Hey everyone, Sakshi here. Welcome back to Civil Score. Today we will solve 3 economics MCQs. Let's go. Question 1. Consider the following statements with reference to the Indian economy. Statement 1 says that marginal cost of funds based lending rate or MCLR is an external benchmark linked to market determined rates like the repo rate. Statement 2 says external benchmark lending rate or EBLR was introduced for faster and more transparent RBI policy transmission. Which statement is incorrect? Answer is A. Only statement 1 is incorrect. MCLR is an internal benchmark based on the bank's own cost of funds. That is exactly why it had a high transmission lag, because banks were slow to reduce MCLR even after RBI repo rate cuts. Whereas EBLR was introduced in 2019 and where loan rates are directly linked to the repo rate or T-bill yields. This ensures that any change in the RBI stance is passed on to the borrower almost immediately, reducing the transmission lag. Question 2. What would a Keynesian economist recommend during a severe recession? Decreasing the money supply? Increase personal income tax? Increase public spending on infrastructure? Or reduce government expenditure? Answer is C. That is, increase public spending on infrastructure to boost aggregate demand. This is coming from Keynesian logic, which states that when private demand collapses in a recession, the government must step in by doing more infrastructure spending, creating jobs, giving income to households, and thereby triggering the multiplier effect where that initial spending generates a much larger rise in national income. Thus, the other options, A, B, and D, are all contractionary. They worsen recessions. Last question. Statement 1 says that disguised unemployment is found primarily in agricultural and unorganized sectors. Statement 2 says marginal productivity of additional labor is zero, so output stays constant even if workers are removed. Which option is correct? Answer is A. Both statements are correct, and Statement 2 explains Statement 1. Let's understand this with a simple example. There are 5 farmers which produce 100 bags. Now add 5 more workers. However, they still produce 100 bags. Thus, those extra workers added nothing at all to the output, coming to the conclusion that their marginal productivity equals zero. That is known as disguised unemployment. Statement 2 gives the exact economic mechanism behind Statement 1. People appear to be working but contribute nothing. That's it for today. Subscribe to Civil Score. All the best for Prelims 2026.